and welcome to Kappa's Careers in the Arts series, where we explore the many career opportunities the fine and performing arts have to offer. I'm your host, Amy Handra, and today we're exploring the career of ticketing specialist. Ticketing is the process of producing and selling tickets for an event. And in the performing arts, ticketing generally takes place in a box office or a ticket center. The job of a ticketing specialist is to provide professional and friendly customer service during the ticket transaction. They help generate income through the sale of tickets and season subscriptions. And since they are often the first person the arts goer interacts with during the arts experience, they are integral in the positive promotion of the event and the organization. And today we're delighted to be talking to ticketing specialist Brandon Smith.
Each one of the ticketing specialists here at Kappa is in charge of the ticketing for one of our resident art groups. I am primarily responsible for the ticketing of the Columbus Symphony. That includes single tickets, subscription sales, being the primary point of contact for any customer inquiries, monitoring the night of show especially, and setting all the ticket prices as well. Like most kids, I started off in my elementary school orchestra and then quickly switched over to band, played the clarinet and the bass clarinet. When I got to high school, I joined the marching band. I was also heavily involved in musical theater and choir as well. Pretty much lived in the fine arts wing of my high school. Once I graduated, I majored in history. I double majored in history and sociology in college, but the arts were still very, very important to me. So I was in my college dance company as well. I actually was a part of a professional drum and bugle corps, which is basically professional marching band. So you go on a 90-day summer tour. I was in the color guard for that. So flag, rifle, dance, the whole 9 yards is what I did. I continued dancing throughout college, still danced once I graduated. I was actually in a dance company while I lived in Cleveland for about 4 years before I moved here to Columbus, which actually transitioned me to ticketing, working for that ballet company and realizing, I can kind of still dance, but actually move to a more administrative side of the fine arts as well, but still be involved in the arts. So actually this year marks my 4th year working here at Kappa. When I started here, I started out as a part-time box office associate. I was teaching dance and color guard with a few local high schools on the side, so this was like my part-time job. But I quickly realized I needed a little bit more stability, so I moved from part-time to full-time. They needed more assistance with the Columbus Symphony, and then I was offered the assistant specialist position for the symphony. And then right after that, I was promoted to the actual ticketing specialist, which I've been in the role for about 2 years now. So I love doing this. Like, I have a passion for the arts, and I really loved working with the customers. So it kind of made the transition for me very natural, and it was a really easy progression. Oh gosh, the most important part is really the customer service, especially in the box office. Like, we are typically the first interaction a customer has when they come to the theater. They come to the ticket office to purchase their ticket. So when the person walks in, we have to be knowledgeable of all the events that could be happening in any one of the theaters that Kappa operates. The customer service side, the side of it is the number one most important part of the job. We do a lot on computers, so my computer skills have definitely gotten better working here. But if you don't have that natural ability to talk to people and to be an active listener and be able to really assist them and answer their questions and be personable, like that's definitely the most important part of the job. The most fun part is definitely the night of show. Like, that's the culmination of everyone's hard work, not just the ticketing, but marketing, operations, development, everyone involved in putting on the event of that evening. The night of show is that's what all the work is for. And so there is a lot of energy happening. There's so many moving parts and pieces, but being able to see the look on someone's face, whether it's their first time coming to the show and getting their tickets and then going into the theater, getting their ticket scanned, that whole experience of the night of show and watching the excitement of the patrons, there's nothing better than that. And like for me, I do a lot of communication through email and phone, so I really enjoy being able to put a face to the name. There's a lot of people that I just know their name and their email address, and I finally get to meet them on the night of show, and it's like, oh, hi, I'm Brandon. I've been talking to you for the past few months. It's nice to finally meet you, which actually just creates a stronger relationship with the patrons as well. Okay, so when a patron comes to the box office or calls the box office, there's a specific process that all of us ticketing specialists and ticket associates have to go through to actually complete the order. The very first thing, and probably the most difficult task on our end, is figuring out what the event code of the actual event that the patron is requesting they want to attend. So everything has a specific code to it that you can kind of see here. I'll start with one of the concerts that we have actually coming up for the symphony. So once the event has been selected in the order, the next step is actually figuring out the price type, and that the price type is going to determine the value of the ticket and the amount that the patron is going to pay. There are many different price types, especially with the symphony. You can have a different price type based off if you're a subscriber, you might get a discount. So you'll have a specific price type for certain subscribers based on the package that they have. There'll be a price type for a single ticket buyer who's just coming in and buying a one-off for a show. There's price types for college students. There's price types for seniors. And so going in and really figuring out what price type they are requesting is going to determine that price for them. So for example, for this Russian Winter Festival concert, you'll see all the different price types that we have in here. We have our BOGO, we have our college club, we have our group discount price type. Yeah, we have our senior price type, and then we also just have our standard ticket price that just a patron coming in is going to pay the standard ticket price. So once everything is selected, once you have your performance code and once you have your price type, the next thing we'll do is go to the seat map. The seat map is the seating chart, and every theater has a different seating chart. So that's also one of the more difficult tasks about working in the ticket office as well, because there are so many venues here at Kappa, is knowing how each seat map looks and how each seat map works, where the accessible seats are, where the front of the seats are, where the overhang of the loge might be, because patrons do ask about that. So really understanding the inner workings of the seat map is a whole nother level and a whole nother step in the training as well. For our concerts currently here at Kappa and at the Ohio Theater, we have a socially distanced seat map. So once this box will pop up, I'll be able to select exactly which section of the theater we're looking for, whether that's the front main floor, rear loge, the mezzanine, or the rear balcony itself. So we're just going to go ahead and go to the front of the main floor right now. So for the socially distanced seats right now, anything that is our blue color is not available for seating, just so we can make sure our patrons stay safe. Anything that is white is a seat that is available for purchase. Anything that is this pink color right here means that has been sold, but the tickets have not been printed yet. So that's a good way to know if a patron is asking, well, I placed the order, but I haven't received my tickets yet. We can go and check their order, and if the seats are pink, that means the tickets have not been printed yet. If we go a little bit further back, you'll see these red tickets back here in the back. That means the seats have been paid for and the tickets have been printed off already. So we have a seat map with various color coding as well. That's really important to understand what each color code on the seat map means. So we'll go ahead and pick this seat right here. Once you select the seat, it will turn yellow, and that means that the seat has been removed from online purchase and is actually being held to be purchased within your cart right now. And then we'll go back to our order screen, and you can see right here the price is auto-filled. You can see the purchase price, total amount due, and then we'll be able to complete our purchase by going up here to our little money bag, and then we can insert all of our payment information after that. A unique feature in our ticketing system, something that I really enjoy, is being able to see when the tickets are being scanned in on the night of show. The night of show is one of my favorite parts, but you can actually watch the seats turn colors on the seat map as they're scanned in when the patron enters the theater. So if you look at this is one of our past shows, all the seats are green. That means that these tickets have been scanned in and the patron has come into the theater. Anything that is red means those tickets have not been scanned in. So it's a really neat way for us to track the patrons that are coming in, who hasn't attended the show, and what seats are still available. I would say one of our biggest issues and something that I really dislike dealing with are patrons that come in with third party or scalped tickets. Sometimes we can get them into a show by actually selling them a ticket, because if they purchase through a third party, the third party has their money. We do not. And so we have to be able to try and accommodate them if we can. But for some of our big ticket shows, like our big Broadway shows like Hamilton or Wicked, most of those shows sell out. And so if a patron will come in with a third party or a scalp ticket and the show is sold out, we typically are like, I'm so sorry that this happened to you, but the show is unfortunately sold out. These tickets are invalid because you went through a different reseller. We really try and encourage all of our patrons to purchase directly through Kappa, whether that's calling us, coming to the box office, or going through our C-Bus Hearts websites to purchase our tickets, and really staying away from those third-party resellers.
So, as you learned from Brandon today, ticketing is a customer-focused career that requires an extensive knowledge of the venues, arts organization, and the events being marketed and sold. For today's extension activity, pick a favorite arts event. It can be your favorite musical act performing a concert, your favorite theater production or film, or your favorite stand-up comedian performing a live set. Then, make a 60-second pitch focusing on why someone should invest their time and money to purchase tickets to this event. To learn more about today's career, visit kappa.com for additional resources. And be sure to tune in next time when we explore another career in the arts.